Hey, 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 how y'all doing? Your girl is back. Your girl is back with another YouTube video. Hey, Linda Johnson. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, little black. Y'all know I'm gonna hit y'all with the hey, hey, hey every time. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Your girl is back. Your girl is back with another YouTube video. If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on so you can be notified every single time that I post. And baby, when I tell you we're gonna get into some things, I ain't gonna keep y'all long. Of course, I'm gonna leave it up for replay. We're gonna get into it. But let's say some hellos. Hey, Charlene Bailey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Gordo Poppy TV. Hey, hey, Tra. Hey, hey, hey. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining, honey. I said, I have been sitting around in the bushes of the YouTube streets for the last day, and I want to come talk about it. I want to come talk about it. Um, I want to come talk about it because it's kind of ridiculous, okay? So I'm putting my phone on do not disturb. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get right into it. So as y'all can see by the title of the video, child, the Ros Squad and dishing out with dish chase them, the Ros Squad and chase them, they don't fell out. Okay, it went down on the YouTube streets yesterday. Ross came on here screaming to the top of her lungs. I think from Chase's them crew, Mel Goddess, she went live on Ross. Hey, Reese D. Hey, 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 Wanda Clayton. But yeah, basically, it went down yesterday, and I'm here to give my perspective. I'm here to give my opinion, and I'm here to talk about it. And y'all know, don't have no dog in this fight, baby. I'm about to give my opinion on both sides because let's just keep it all the way 100. This shit is stupid, okay? Very much so. Hey, Dookie Fada. Hey, blessings. Hey, blessings. How you doing, girl? Blessings, my girl. But yeah. So basically, Raw Squad, DOLT, it ain't no more. Okay, it ain't no more. They don't fill out. They don't went live on each other. They don't went down. Ross went live about the bust a blood vessel. Very highly upset about Mel the Goddess basically throwing shade on her. But I'm gonna rewind it back to where this all started. How did these people even link up in the first place, right? So, hey, swag found. Hey. So basically, as we all know, Roz and DOLT. I'm just gonna say chase them. I'm gonna say chase them. When I'm referring to chase them, I'm referring to Chase, Mel, Tanya, all them. So basically, Roz and Chase them, they pretty much, have joined forces over the last few months on these YouTube streets. Everybody remember the big falling out between Tanya and Treese. And basically around that time, Treese just pretty much was calling out everybody, right? She pretty much was just saying how she didn't trust Chase, how she didn't think that Chase was genuine, how she felt like Chase was a clout chaser. So that motivated Chase and the crew, Chase and the company, to go and link up with Roz. And they have been inseparable ever since. They have been shouting each other out. They have been supporting each other. They have been, they have been a force. They have been going live defending each other, honey. Some of them was moderators over on Roz's daughter channel. I mean, it's just been a whole kumbaya. It's been a whole fake sisterhood, right? Right. Okay. And so, recently, and this is serious, recently, I guess with the passing of Ocean, and rest in peace to Ocean. I do really, really hate that, to hear that he passed away. Definitely my condolences goes out to his family. That was very sad when I heard about that. But basically, ever since that happened, I guess people just wanted to have a change of heart. A lot of people were saying they were going to take their channel in a different direction, and so I guess that's what Mel and Chase and that whole side, I guess they were saying they wanted to take their channel in a more positive direction. This is according to them. And from Roz's perspective, when they said that, she started feeling like they had started to take digs at her and got upset with her because she did not want to change the direction of her channel. And, like I said, while I do really, I did really hate to hear about Ocean. And this is not, this, when I say this, this has nothing to do with him. This is not to dismiss what happened to him. But that in itself is some bullshit to me, because it shouldn't take something as extreme as someone passing away for people to finally want to wake up and smell the coffee and get it together. At the end of the day, we're all adults. We're all adults with children. Okay. Some of us on here, some of people on here are grandparents at this point. And it shouldn't take something dramatic or something, devastating happening for you all to finally want to wake up and smell the coffee and be positive. So that in itself is just like rolls eyes, because it's kind of like, let's just stop the bullshit. Okay. Here's how I feel about the whole situation. And let's get into some comments. Blessed says, this is what needed, a non-biased opinion. Exactly. Tell the Truth says, Roz never really shouted Chase out. She called her Chizzy Chase. Lil Black says, yep, you're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Angela Brooks. Hey. But yeah, so basically, I just feel like that in itself to me kind of irritates me, because I just feel like we're too grown to kind of be using that as an excuse to change the narrative of our channels. Baby, the narrative should have been changed, baby. Okay? The narrative should have been changed. People should have been tired of coming on here, arguing with each other, calling each other out their name, cussing each other out. At the end of the day, we're all strangers. So I don't understand that mindset that, oh my goodness, one of our peers here on the internet has, transitioned over, and so now let's clean up our act. To me, that's just not a good, that should not have been the motivation. Okay. You as a person morally should have been doing better this entire time. And on both sides of the fence, both of y'all played in each other's face to the highest degree. So I don't see why either side is upset. When it comes to Chase linking up with Roz and all of them, let's go back down memory lane. Chase was on here riding hard as hell for Treese, disrespecting Roz's deceased son, disrespecting her mama, talking cash money shit about her, and she was riding her for filth. She was dragging her for filth. And at the time, I understood why. Roz was coming for everybody who had an opposing opinion, so Chase was just returning the energy. Now, do I agree with how hard she went on her deceased son and her deceased mom? Okay, I don't really get into all that. But for the most part, I used to watch Chase because I, saw how she was sticking up for Treese and really, really just giving it to Roz. And I was like, yeah, girl, tell her. So that's how I came about her channel. So she was on here riding hard as hell for Treese. And what happened was Treese saw through the bullshit before any of us, like she always does. She always sees through the bullshit. And, looking back in hindsight, like I said, when she first was calling people out and she was saying that she feel like people is snakes and she feel like people is fake, I was like, wait a minute, Chase is, she's riding for you, Tree. She's defending you. You sure? Like, that's what I'm thinking inside my head. But as soon as they didn't get the support that they wanted from Trees, as soon as they didn't get the response they wanted from her defending, because they were defending her and she wasn't returning that same support and energy, they immediately went to seek the validation of Roz. And then Roz, in return, being so desperate to have anybody to team up with to tear Trees down, she accepted them with open arms after her deceased child had been disrespected, after she was on here in tears, in literal tears, putting out hits on Chase because Chase was talking about her deceased mom. Like, after all the disrespect, Chase was talking about her kids, all of that, she welcomed her in with open arms because she needed validation. And so that's what it all boils down to. Everybody needs validation from each other, and that's just the shit I don't understand. Let's get into some comments before I go further. It says, I'm with you when you're right now. They just use Ocean's death for an excuse, period. Thank you, Wanda Clayton. Because I'm sorry. We are adults, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are adults. None of us knew each other personally. And while it's nothing wrong with saying, it's nothing wrong with waking up and changing. I'm never going to criticize change. But your motivation should not have to be someone losing their life. You should have been motivated to change a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't buying that part either. But yeah. Here's the thing I don't understand about either party. All of this would have never happened had you all not been so desperate to seek validation from each other. If you're going to call yourself a content creator, if you're going to call yourself a, commentary channel, a beauty influencer, a mommy vlogger, why can't you just do that and be confident in what you're doing without having to have other people ride your coattail? Like, that's the part that's annoying to me. When I get on here, I don't have to drop no links. I don't have to do nothing. I just come on here. I give my opinion. I get my ass off. I don't have an alarm set to be up in nobody chat 24/7. I don't have to come on nobody panel 24/7 because I know that my opinion is just genuinely my opinion. I'm coming from a genuine place. I'm not coming, I'm not trying to maliciously come up off of the downfall of anybody else. I'm genuinely trying to do something that I feel like is beneficial to everyone else and just provide a fair perspective. When I started my channel, it wasn't to tear anybody down, or it wasn't to get, have a get rich quick scheme, even though we're all on this channel because we want to make a little pocket change, right? But I was never to get on here and ride people and be, evil. It was just only to put a genuine word out here, a fair perspective, and move on. And so you can really tell that both parties know that what they be doing is some bullshit, because why do you all have to have a squad of people rallying around you to validate you doing your content? Like, at the end of the day, yes, it's good to have support. Yes, it's good to show love to people who show love to you. But the calculated link ups and the calculated alliances that these people make just to do commentary to tear one person down, it's just really dumb as hell to me. Like, at the end of the day, you have let several people play in your face every single time, all because you are so thirsty to tear this one person down. If you're so confident in what you're saying about Treese, and if you feel like you're doing anything wrong, then why did you have to link up with these people in the first place? Why you couldn't just be a one-woman show? Why you couldn't just do your commentary and say what you mean and stand on what you say in confidence and move on? You can't do that because deep down inside what you're doing is some bullshit. So what you got to do is you got to rally up all these people to support you. That's why you forgave Coco after he played in your face and laughed at your child and mocked your child to death. That's why you forgave Chase. That's why you linked up with Sharita. That's why you have literally welcomed with open arms everybody who has disrespected you in your weakest moments, because you want someone to ride your wave, because you're not confident enough to just deliver it and know that whether I got 2 people watching or 2,000 people watching, what I'm saying I believe in. You don't really believe in that shit you said. You just want to check. You just want to tear somebody down for a check. You know deep down inside that Treese, she has a lot of flaws, but she's still a human being and she's not no different than nobody else. You know deep down inside that you got skeletons in your closet and you ain't perfect all the time just like anybody else. You know deep down inside that you really ain't got no room to be sitting back judging this woman as hard as you do, but you want the money, you want the clout, this little, and keep in mind, all of us are really small channels. Even the people with 13, 14, damn near 20K, no one has reached the plateau of what YouTube can be. There are people on here with double-digit millions of followers, and for you to really make a life-changing amount of money off YouTube, you have to really tap into a whole nother realm and really be raking up hundreds and thousands of views for you to even do something that you would even consider to sell your soul for. So that's why you need a whole bunch of people to amen you and co-sign you, because you know deep down inside it's some bullshit. So you don't let these folks play in your face once again, and now you want to sit on the edge of your sofa and scream to the top of your lungs and say all this shit that you've been thinking inside your head. But really, all y'all is fake, all y'all is phony, and y'all are too deeply invested in this bullshit. All right, let's get into the comments. It says, right, this issue is too dark and black on black girl abuse for what? Views and a 21st of the month chump change check. At the end of the year, you got to pay tax on these checks, if not jail time. Exactly, Blessings. It says, Best, I haven't forgot about you. I just didn't want to put it in the chat about a page on those seconds. I just had to question. Let's see. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's get let's see. It says it's been showing and proving Shrek has no loyalty for her own kids, in my opinion. She teamed up with everybody that has dog walked their kids. Exactly. So it's kind of like, basically what ended up happening was, according to Tanya, Mel, the goddess, or whatever her name is, I guess she has been wanting to, quote unquote, for a moment, she been wanting to say something about Roz. I guess they've been over there getting tired of Roz's shit. And According to Tanya, they've been having a talk, Mel down off the ledge and all this, that, and third, or whatever. And basically, I guess finally she just had enough for whatever reason, and she decided to go live and take some shots at Ros. According to Ros's child, Day, it was some shade being thrown because she was in somebody's chat that they was beefing with. I don't know too much of the backstory, but either way, Mel went live. Ros felt like Mel was talking about her, so Ros went live and she screaming in the camera, cussing, doing all this. It's like, girl, shut up, okay? Just be quiet. All of y'all, be quiet. Be quiet. Okay, this is dumb. This is not even high school, because by the time I got to high school, I pretty much accepted who I do mess with and who I don't mess with, and I left it at that. Here is what it all boils down to. And it's just like Tree said. Everyone is desperate to come up. And people aren't confident enough to just stand on their own and just come up organically on their own. People feel like they need to rally up together and manipulate each other and control each other into support. And that's not how you're going to get support. At the end of the day, if y'all been feeling some type of way about Ros, y'all done had to talk this lady off the edge. She supposed to been came on here and went in on Ros. Then why have y'all been smiling each other's faces, supporting each other, moderating each other's channel? Like, at the end of the day, why can't everyone just do their commentary, say what they gotta say, close this laptop, and get back to regular life? You all claim you business owners, you boss women, you got this, you got that. Then why can't we do our commentary, close our laptops, get back to regular schedule program? Why does it always have to turn into a personal back and forth? And then y'all on here talking about, oh, going to New York, meeting up, fighting. Like, like, if this is the thing, because Ros was basically saying that Chase is boring. Same thing she did, but with Coco, when she fell out with Coco, but then she forgave him. She never really liked the Chase. Chase was boring. If they would have went to New York and Chase would have came, she was going to have to talk one of her daughters out of whooping Chase behind. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, then why, if your child felt like she was still hurt by what Chase said about her brother, then why has she been all up in Chase chat? Why does she have these folks as a moderator? I think they was telling her to remove Mel as a moderator. Like, why? Like, this is the thing. Y'all really don't be mad. Y'all really just be wanting to come on here and cut the food and blow off steam for no reason. And because it's like, it's either you respect people who talk about the deceased or you don't. After she drugged my deceased child and after she drugged my damn mama, I would have had shit to say to her. I don't give a damn if her and Trees got the fist fight. She could have never came my way. She could have never came my way. And that's the same thing that, hey, Alive and Prosperous, hey. Yes, Wanda, it's too much. And then for Chase them, like, how can you all expect to have any type of credibility when y'all was just over here windmilling for Ros? Y'all was just over here windmilling for her when Sharita was going in on her ass. Y'all was over here just taking up for her. Y'all was ready to go to war for her. Y'all was ready to put on y'all combat boots and y'all armor fatigue, and y'all was ready to go down. Y'all was ready to go down, body. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden y'all want to change the narrative. All of this shit is just laughable. All of it is it's nothing that anyone can respect. So everyone should just be quiet because it just looks dumb on both ends. Y'all knew y'all ain't never liked each other. Y'all knew y'all never agree with each other's content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to speak up and say, oh, well, no one should be talking about anybody for 2 years straight. Now, this lady should have been stopped talking about Trees. It wasn't just yesterday that she should, but by the time the child fell out with Trees and ran over to Ros to seek the validation and beg for her acceptance, by the time all that happened, baby, Ros had done well. She had done a lot. The children had been talked about. You know what I'm saying? Her business had been ruined. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had already gone too far by the time that you all even decided to even show her some support. So don't, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well continue to just shut up and keep watching like you've been doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of it is making sense. Like, neither party needs to try to get on here and prove no points because both of y'all is wrong. Both of y'all is wrong. Like, the support was fake from the beginning. The support was not genuine from the beginning. Don't try to say that just because somebody has passed away, now we need to be kumbaya and positive. Like, y'all should have been positive. Y'all should have been said enough was enough. Y'all, now when channels like myself, was commenting and being like, hey, y'all, how y'all gonna try to sit up here and get on Sharita and Roz do the same thing to Trees? Oh, go back to your channel. Don't you have a channel? Ain't nobody studying that. Sharita is dead wrong for how she doing Roz, but y'all's turn around doing the same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It says, I just hate they did that on the day of Ocean funeral and they started at the time of his funeral. Very disrespectful. Yeah, because they really don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part where it just gets me. Like, just stop being fake. Okay. And if you I'm not saying that we can't be touched or moved by what happened. It's sad, right? It's a sad situation. It's someone that did commentary just like we did. Okay, cool, but leave that man out y'all bullshit. Leave it out y'all bullshit. And then it was the people joining Roz's life. Roz, I think that you all should talk about it. I think you all should talk it out. I think she wasn't talking about you. Like, shit up. This is what it is. This is what it is. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is what has happened time and time again. You would think she learned her lesson with Sharita, but she didn't. You would think she learned her lesson with Coco and Layla, but she didn't. She even tried to go over and support DJ at one point. Roz has forgiven every damn body who has ever slandered her or her deceased son's name, as long as she can have somebody to team up with her to do content and talk about trees. As long as she got somebody to join her chat, subscribe to her, amen her talking about trees, she don't give a damn what you say about her deceased son or any of her other kids. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't. So we can't do this and shut up. This is what everybody get on all sides of the situations because it was never that serious to begin with. Everybody could have stuck to their own commentary, did their own thing. You know what I'm saying? If you decided that, hey, I support this person, I used to support this person, I no longer want to support this person. I kind of understand where Ross is coming from. Okay, cool, but you didn't have to go over there and join forces with her and all that bullshit. You didn't have to be on the fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this, and like I said, it goes back to what Teresa said all along. All of this is motivated by some money and some clout and some notoriety that you're never gonna get doing this type of shit anyway. Fashion Nova ain't finna reach out to nobody off nobody no sponsorships off this type of bullshit. Dove Soap ain't finna reach out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? What the meal subscription is that sponsor everybody. These advertisers are not about to be knocking on nobody door, want to slap to slap a sponsorship on any of these videos. Okay, this type of content is not something that's going to just skyrocket someone into, you know what I'm saying? You have to switch it up. All this arguing and beefing and fussing and fighting, this is not going to get anybody anywhere that you think you're going to go. Like, it's been time to move on. Wanda Clayton says, nothing but talking for the book. I already knew this was going to happen. How do they think they could be kumbaya with each other after all they've said and done to each of them and others? Exactly, Wanda Clayton. That was the chats and supporter that kept the mess going. This one line, that one line. I stay clear of all the mess. Yeah. I mean, and I think it's just a combination of the supporters and the content creators who are not, mature enough just to see things with their ears and move on. You know what I'm saying? It says, I noticed Roz got way nasty at the mouth when she started riding with Chase, and Chase didn't decide to pipe down until her real name came out. Exactly. Like, exactly. Okay. Chase got docs and wanted to change the tune. Like, this is the thing. First of all, and this is just coming from Chase, if you're going to be on here in this much mess, then baby, you're not gonna be able to be. You can't be incognito, baby. I've been said you can't be incognito on here doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It says, I don't feel sorry for them, and they didn't like Ocean, so they showed it on his homegoing celebration. You always have to watch the play and the players. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I just feel like it's stupid, at this point. And it's kind of like, Roz is like, "Oh, well they want to make me look like a bad person." You are a bad person, Roz, okay? You are. Just accept it. Just wear your villain cape proudly. That's the problem. Y'all want to be on here. Y'all don't want to call a spade a spade. Just do it with your chest out. Yes, my name is Roz. I get on here and I talk about a mother and her children all day, every day, because I want to make money and profit off of it, even though I don't give a damn how it affects this woman's business. I don't care how it affects her children. I don't care how it affects her mental health. I don't care how it affects anything. I'm going to talk about this woman and her children by any means necessary. I don't give a damn. I have no morals and values. I'm going to talk about this woman to the end of time. Just say that and move on. Like, stop trying to come on here and camouflage. Just call a spade a damn spade. You is a bad person, okay? Now, I don't know you in real life, but for what you let me rephrase that. What you're displaying is the characteristics of someone who is a bad person, okay? Hey, Shauna's Place. It says, "Hey, what are you talking about? Can I get a recap?" Hey, Shauna, yes, Roz and another group called Dishing Out with Local T, or DOLT. They were once buddy trying to tear down trees, and now they've fallen out, and now hell has broken loose, and now they want us to get in. They want us. Everybody wants to give their side, and one side want to be right, and one side want to be right, and really both of their ass is some bullshit. Okay, that's what's going on. Hey, Shonda V. Hey, I am Michelle for life. Hey, hey, hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you outside of this, but what you have displayed on here is a bad person, Ross. They ain't gotta try nothing. We don't need them to tell us you're a bad person. What you do every day helps to prove that point, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, even your own daughter, even though I think she done deleted it now, she done came out here and had to apologize to Treese, and she even admitted she don't think Latrice is all that bad. She even admitted that she thinks that Latrice has some qualities that she could come back from. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, like, this is the thing. Like, if you're gonna do something, just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Just stand on it. Stop all that screaming in the phone. Stop trying to justify the bullshit and just do it and move on. When Wendy Williams did her commentary, sometimes she went too far. Sometimes, she struck some nerves. Sometimes she said some messed up stuff, but she owned it and she moved on and she accepted whatever her life turned out to be after the fact. You know what I'm saying? You don't see her running around trying to prove how much of a good person that she is. She did her big one, and now she's dealing with whatever she's dealing with, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot be in this role and then want people to and give a damn about people feeling like you're a bad person. You're doing some bad shit. That's just like going to rob a bank but not want to get caught on camera or not want to go to jail. What you're doing is wrong. Talking about somebody and harassing somebody for 2 years straight is a lot. Own it. Accept it. Okay? It says, "You're dope, but I truly look forward to your lives. You bring hope alive for us small channels that get discouraged by the mess." Thank you, blessings. Thank you. And that's what I do it for. I just, do it to remind people to just stay grounded. Like, don't get caught up in this. Don't get caught up in, well, let me try to be ride or die for this person. Let me try to buy. Do your commentary. And if your channel takes off and it grows, it grows. If it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. But don't be desperate for views and money, because then shit like this happens. Then you got two groups of people screaming in the phone, hooping, hollering, arguing about nothing. People who are mothers, grandmothers, people who could be doing something way more productive than sitting on here trying to prove who more better over the internet. Baby, listen, a lot of y'all are 40 and up, okay? I just turned 30 and my knees already popping. Ain't nobody finna get out of here in the field and bust no grape. Okay? Alive and Prosper says Latrice need to sue the fuck. Okay. She definitely do. It says, "Amen, amen." It says, "Where Shrek is failing to realize is what she calls her supporters are only her supporters and hate of Trees. And they're only there for Shrek to tear down Trees and her kids." Exactly. And that's why her face keep getting played in every 6 months. She argued with somebody who she thought was a supporter. These people are playing in your face because they see how desperate you are. You and Sharita would have never crossed paths had you not been desperate and full of hate for Trees. You didn't know Sharita. Sharita was not a content creator at the time. She went, you know what I'm saying? She just was somebody who fell out with trees. Oh well. You could have let her go on her merry way. Who gave a damn why her and Trees fell out? Who gave a damn? It wouldn't that was not, you know what I'm saying? You invited her to your platform out of desperation because you hate this woman so bad. And then look, now you got somebody who been going in on your ass ever since. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no reason to go link up with Coco. You didn't have no reason to support Lele. You reached out to them. Guess what? They played in your face, talked about you, all that. Then they came back. They apologized, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Played in your face again, came back. Now y'all cool again. Like, at the end of the day, you have to step back and take some accountability, ma'am. Okay. It's called accountability. It's called why do I find myself continuing to shout people out on my channel, extend my support, go into their chats. You know what I'm saying? Why? And then all of a sudden it flips, and now we're going back and forth. Now we're insulting each other. Like, take some accountability and accept the fact that you're too deep in. Y'all going and y'all traveling and y'all doing meet and greets for what? To sit there and talk about the same woman that y'all talk about on the internet all day? Like, it's just time to wake up. Now, y'all finna go to New York with all these empty threats. Now, where does somebody really pull up and wear somebody out? All somebody do is take your daughter glasses off. She blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just need to stop while y'all are ahead. Okay? Like, just stop. You know, just stop. All this threatening each other and cussing each other out and this, like, it's just too much. It's too much for people who's supposed to be business owners, grandmothers, prestigious women. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, come on. Thank you, Lil Black. Thank you. I just don't understand where all the hate comes from, though. It can't be because Treese blocked her. That woman severely hates her. That's not her fit all. It's because she got a couple dollars off of it and she ain't used to shit. That's just how I feel. That's just in my opinion. In my opinion, she ain't used to shit. This some, you know what I'm saying? People really like, to hear people be negative. People really like to tear people down. And then you making a couple dollars on top of that, it went straight to her head. You know what I'm saying? Because in real life, like, anybody who really know anything about, like, this, even with thousands of people in your chat every day, even with 1,000 people in your chat, even with tens and thousands of views, this is not enough money to get on here doing this shit every day. And the amount of mental wear and tear this is going to have on your body, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I'm not getting hundreds and thousands of dollars for this, I'm not about to sit on here and just sell my soul and just attack another sister. And I'm not even then, even if I were getting hundreds and thousands of dollars for being negative, right? I would still have to switch it up. Because my peace and my mental stability it's worth more than that. Like, it's just worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I think what happened with her is, people like when you go in, the amount of support, like some of these people, like the way those women sat in her chat and tried to convince her to go over there and talk it out when these people clearly don't like her. Like, I think that people on here are lonely and just desperate for something to talk about. So you'll be surprised the amount of support that they will give to someone who would feed their hunger to be negative, because in their lives they're probably miserable as hell. Because I'm sorry, there's nobody that I've just seen grace these social media streets that would turn my stomach so much that for 2 years straight, day in and day out, I'm linking up with their friends. I'm studying their kids. I'm like, that's just it's not that deep. It's just not that deep. Rosalind hates herself. Latrice represents strengths where she is weak and she hates it. Yeah, she can't understand how somebody can just be so imperfectly perfect. Like, she don't understand how this woman got a million flaws like everybody else. She got a million things going on like everybody else. She got a lot of shit going on that the average person don't got going on. You know what I'm saying? She go through a lot. She deal with a lot. She make a lot of decisions that the average person wouldn't go to. But one thing about her, she stand on her shit and she own it. You know what I'm saying? She don't hold her head down. You know what I'm saying? If she did something that probably wasn't the best decision, she take it to the chin and she keep pushing. And a lot of people, they want to see you fail. They want to see you down. They can't take it. They can't stand to see somebody who, you know what, lady, you should be, if this were me, I would be somewhere embarrassed. I would be somewhere ashamed. But you're holding your head high. It's envy, it's jealousy. And she want to keep saying, they're jealous of me. They're jealous of me. Why would they be watching me if they don't like me? Why would they be the same reason why you keep up with everything Trees do, baby? So if they jealous of you, then you jealous of Trees. It's the circle continues to go around and round. Okay. It's a dangerous obsession Shrek has for Trees. I've never known or seen a woman have so much hate, anger. I have never seen it. Like, it's just like she can be in the middle. Like, somebody could have been on just disrespected the hell out of her deceased son, could have been on roll her for filth, and she will still find a way to bring Trees up. And I'm gonna get back to Bumpy Johnson. Like, lady, like, then this is the thing. If that's what you want to do it. But then don't come on here being offended because people call you out on your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you're going to do, if that's what your commentary is based on, and you have made a declaration that you're never going to stop, then just take what come with it. Take the criticism and the backlash that comes with it, because you're doing some negative ass shit. I never seen so many people expect positivity when they doing some negative ass shit. That's just like rolling around in mud and expecting not to come up with fleas, baby. You know what I'm saying? If I got on here every day and went in on somebody, but I didn't want anybody to come in my chat with a different opinion, I didn't want anybody to make a video and say nothing about me, like, that's delusion. That's delusion. You know, like I said, your own daughter said out of her own mouth. Well, I don't think that Teresa's all bad. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, your own child sat up there and said that. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit, like, it be nitpicking. Like, do I think Trees is 100% perfect? No. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking at this recent situation with her and up top, and I damn sure wouldn't take his ass back. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure wouldn't take his ass. I would run. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I can look at Trees, and I can have things that I may not agree with, but one thing I can say is she's a strong woman. She's just like any other person who has been raised in trauma and raised in broken household. When you come from certain environments, you're gonna bump your head a few times. You're gonna make a few mistakes. It ain't about it. It's about how you come back and how you get up. And I've seen this woman fight through, make her mistakes, fight through, make them again. But through it all, she's grinding, she's trying to provide for those kids, and she's just trying to make a way out of no way. And how can you tell somebody down who just trying their best to keep their head above water and just keep it going in this crazy world that we live in? She ain't on here hurting nobody, doing nothing crazy to nobody, abusing nobody. She ain't doing none of that. All she's doing is just being an imperfect human being like everybody else. So what's the issue? That doesn't cause somebody tearing nobody down. You know what I'm saying? You can react, do your reactions when something happened, but to get on here every day and go in on somebody, and then, I don't understand it. Good. Hey, Gilda. Hey. It says, I like peace, sleep, and happiness and elevation. That's how I live my life. I can't be up all night watching folks acting paranoid and begging all day long with hate in my heart. Yeah, it's mentally ill. It's mentally ill. Like, you faithfully tune into these people and watch faithfully, and then get on here and scream like a crazy person when something is said that triggers you. Why are you watching it? Now, that's one thing I did agree, because Tanya went live too, because she was thought into it. And she went live and she pretty much was just saying, like, I didn't, when y'all was dragging the hell out of me, I didn't watch it. Now, and I didn't, even though I didn't agree with all she said, that's one thing I did agree with. I'm not that delusional. I'm not gonna sit on here like when her daughter called herself going in on me and she was lying on me. I heard enough to catch a lie. And once I heard about the second lie, I clicked off. I can't sit here every day and watch you tear me down. That's just mentally ill. That's delusional. Alive Prosper says, I don't think Ros would have gone this far. Her grief and anger over her tragic loss has fueled her aggression and hate towards Trees. I definitely agree. I think that this is an outlet for her, and I think she doesn't understand that she's projecting all that hatred and anger that she has in her heart for what happened to her child. She's projecting it onto other people who it don't have nothing to do with nothing. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like these folks played you, baby. Just take the L. You know what I'm saying? They played you. They played you. They wanted to get back at Treese. They thought they was doing something. Just like everybody who fought out with Treese, the first thing they're gonna do it's the same play that everybody making. It's so damn tired. Everybody know the recipe to falling out with Treese. Once you fall out with Treese, you got to go over there to Ros. That's what everybody do. It's the same old song and dance. And you are so blinded by that because you have so much hatred and so much anger, and you want somebody, and you got to take it out on somebody, but you got to be strategic about it so you can, so you don't look too crazy. You fell for it. You know what I'm saying? You fell for it. And that's crazy. It says Treese deserves a good man who has his own and would help elevate her in all areas of her and her children's life, but he would have to be stern, understanding, patient, and lots of love for her and her children. Exactly. And like I said, and I'm a Treese supporter, and I can say that. I can say it with my chest. Do I think she should take up top back? Hell no. Mm-mm. Too much going on. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that and I can move on. And I don't have to say, well, because I got this opinion about Treese that may be unfavorable. Well, let me go over here and let me try to be friends with Ros Dillman since I got this opinion. Like, I can say that and still stand firm on the fact that no, I still don't agree with the bullshit they do. And that's why I think Chase them, I think that's where they got it wrong. They felt like, okay, well, because we don't agree with Treese in this situation, that automatically means we got to go rally up with everybody else and tear her down. You can have an opinion about someone and still keep a clear mind and understand what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. People on here dragging her damn kids, talking about her, spreading rumors they don't know to be true, all that is bullshit. The people telling her, "Look, Treese, you need a better man. Okay, this one ain't it." That's a fair perspective. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, well, she's a bad mom and she's a bad person and she's just disgusting." No, I'm never gonna do that. It's a respectful way that you can tell somebody, "Look, so look, sis, this ain't it." Okay, go back to the drawing board on this one right here. You know, you can say that with respect and people maybe receive it. Maybe, she'll receive it if it's said that way versus using that as an attack on her parenting. A lot of people don't make the best decisions in their love life. Hell, I have not always made the best decision in mine. That does not mean that, okay, well, now because she made the wrong choice in a man, now I'm finna somehow, some way tie that back to her parenting. Like that's what a shit be going left. And that's what y'all don't understand. The people who, I don't know whatever side they call themselves, or the people who just have all this hatred for Treese. The reason why the message is not being received, because obviously, she understands that there's going to be some reaction to it. She puts it out here for us to see, right? She knows people are going to have an opinion, obviously she knows that, but I think that she can't receive what you're saying because it's motivated by hate. When I say, "Hey, Treese, listen, up top ain't it. You need to get you somebody who is, who's, has their own, who you don't have to take care of, who doesn't need your money, who doesn't need you for anything, so that the love can be pure and genuine." That's with love. And that's the same message that Ros could be trying to give. But see, Ros, you're going to add some extra shit to it. You're going to talk about her kids. You're going to talk about her parenting. You're going to accuse her of being this. You're going to accuse her of being that. You're going to sit up here and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to do all that. And that's the part that everybody missing. Like, we ain't dumb over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not delusional. We seeing the same thing that everybody else seeing. But it's a way you do everything. It is a way that you do everything. That's all I'm saying. I got to get down the road. Y'all have a great evening. Stay blessed and sucker free. All right, girl. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Hey, I'm talking about, hey, Lord. Thanks for joining. Yes, honey. Yes. It says she don't even care about looking crazy. She's proud of it, screaming about numbers. Exactly. Like, she's so delusional. She doesn't even realize in the YouTube world, you're still a small channel. In the YouTube world, you are still a small channel, even with 14,000, even with 20,000, even with 30,000. People don't really start, considering you a larger channel, or until you get into the hundreds of the thousands. And even then, in order for you to really just be in the big leagues, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really be getting the views around here. Like literally, like you have to literally be getting, like I seen like this one girl, she was just breaking down like her YouTube check, and she was like, each video probably had about 10,000 views or so. And she's in her first check was still only like a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really, like, YouTube is a different type of platform. That's why a lot of content creators say that this is one of the most difficult platforms. Because a lot of times the larger content creators who are just really out here living life and buying mansions and buying cars, they normally have other things tied in with it. They have a sponsorship, they have a management company that's paying them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's other avenues. So it's kind of like, even though you may reach the double digits and you may have 1,000 people in your chat, in the YouTube world, that's still a small channel. So it's like I wouldn't get the big head and start being too proud of that, because at any moment, but the advertisers still can't reach out to you personally and give you any side sponsorship deals for this. Coca-Cola can't say, well, all right, we got a new drink coming out. Yeah, when you on here dragging streets and talking about her kids and calling her ugly, and talking about her how she look and everything she do, yeah, throw that new drink in the camera real quick. Like, no, that ain't how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, none of this is advertiser friendly. So it's like, this is not enough to be on here rejoicing about being evil for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people out here making millions of dollars and they're not even, tearing other people down for the check. You know what I'm saying? They're even trying to find creative ways to make a lot of money on social media, but still kind of be positive with it. I just heard Jada, Jada Waiter, she was saying today, they was like, why don't you go live anymore? And she was just saying, like, everybody on social media is so fake perfect. People act like they have never seen, like, because she went live and she was just with her son and they were in the pool, and she just was casually talking, and she said, she referred to herself as a bitch. She was like, a bitch can't do nothing. She's just having a casual conversation, and people are bashing her parenting. And that's the very thing that you all do on these YouTube streets. Everybody's so perfect, but behind closed doors, y'all done had some ghetto shit going on. You're up here bragging about your children knocking each other head off. My children beat each other ass and they'll beat your ass. So how the hell can you talk about anybody else? And that's what she was saying. Jada was like, I don't like eating on social media anymore because this feels like a job. I have to be on my P's and Q's. I can't even slip up and say a cuss word in front of my child, even though my child knows better and he has enough sense to know not to curse. But because I said a cuss word in front of my child, now everyone is nailing me to the cross. Like, and that's the problem. Like, you're on here bragging about how many times that you've had to call the police. You don't even have enough control over your household that your children can't calm down when you say calm down. You want to talk about somebody else's kids, but your kids don't even have enough respect for you to not fight in the household that you're working hard to pay for, that you have to live in. Where I'm from, we respect our elders. We're not finna go into grandma's house and get to fighting in front of grandma 300 times to the point where she have to call the police. It says 300 911 phone calls due to all the fighting in Shrek's home. Her kids cursing like a cell in her presence. Her kids snapping on her while she's on live. Yet she calls Treese a piss poor mammy. Exactly. Your children cussing harder than you. I'm grown and push out a whole baby. And if I say a cuss word in front of my mama, she looking like, okay, now watch some cuss words. It's about respect. It's just about respect that your children obviously don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a child that is sitting up here, why is you not enjoying your damn summer like the rest of the 20-something years old? You need to be on a jet ski in Miami somewhere. Why the hell is you in all this damn irrelevant ass beef in the background cussing louder than your mama? You know what I'm saying? But you can't, nobody has that much room to judge anybody. No one does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no excuse. So you mean to tell me you scared of your kids? You mean to tell me that if they start fighting, you ain't got enough control over your own household to say stop? or y'all need to sit out for y'all can get out and they're not gonna do it. Like, so how can you really judge anyone? How can you really say that? So it's just like it's just a whole bunch of like piston contests. Like it's one side trying to prove that they better than this side, and this one side. Then 1 minute y'all don't like Sharita, and y'all attacking Sharita, and y'all feel like she's the most terrible person in the world. But now y'all agreeing with her. It's just like this is why people should just mind the business that pays them and not try to click up. The clicking up needs to stop because it's people's opinions are going to change. People change like the wind. People are fickle. Okay. One day you may not be feeling what a content creator has going on. The next minute you may agree with some of their standpoints. It's never that serious. And then for the people who support the bullshit, stop begging these people to be friends. Stop begging these people to link up and start calling these people that you support out on their bullshit. Roz, we don't want to hear nothing about. Don't start trying to bring up how they talked about your deceased son now, because you didn't have no problem with it when you forgave them. And then to the people who support Chase them, don't try to put her picture in the thumbnail now. Don't call her pig feet now, because she went pig feet a couple months ago when y'all was ready to jump on Sharita about her. Like, it's just a whole bunch of follow the leader. It's a whole bunch of what the fuck do you all do every day? Like, what do you all do? Hey, Shonda. Hey, Exclusive D. Like, what do you all really do every day? What do you all do? Because sitting on here every day trying to go hard for the next bitch, it's not it. Like, even, Tanya, she was going live and she was like, I'll pull up. If anything happens to me, my house gonna be paid for. My kids are straight. Like, girl, why would YouTube even be that deep? Like, y'all are too deep in the trenches. I ain't pulling up on shit for about I met on YouTube. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? We met on the internet. No, I'm not gonna pull up and put my life on the line. Like, come on. Y'all had to miss out on a very vital part of childhood when it came to making friends, because this unhealthy soul tie y'all got to each other is crazy. It's crazy. It's okay to meet friends on the internet and have people that you love and have people that you support, and people that you can come on here and you can stand up for. But that's where it stopped for me. I'm not finna put my life on the line to defend nobody, because it ain't that damn deep. People gonna still have that opinion. Y'all can go to New York, duke it out, fight, do whatever, and guess what? People gonna still come back on his internet and have their opinion. So what's all the screaming and the hooping and the hollering and yelling for? It is what it is. It is what the hell it is. Okay? And that's all I got. But y'all know I had to come through with my opinion. Thank y'all for joining in tonight. But I'm going to end it with, let's just be real content creators for once. Let's just do your content and accept what comes with it. If you have to find yourself always on here windmilling trying to defend your position, then maybe you need to regroup and rethink what you're doing. Maybe your conscience is eating you up to the point where you're going too hard, and that's why you always get sidetracked, because you ain't supposed to be on here going hard on it later like you doing. Danny in his YouTube story says, "Hey, Nye, hey, great commentary. I can't wait for YouTube to create a safer community for content creators. The abuse, the constant attacks, the dragging, the hollering and screaming. I'm over it, Danny. I'm with you. I'm over it. Like, y'all too grown for this. Y'all somebody grandmamas. What are kids that y'all keeping for the summer? Like, unplug for them shit. Y'all know y'all can close y'all laptop, right? Like, y'all know y'all ain't got to get on here and do all that. All that, we bought that shit. We bought it. About what? About what? So you going to... About what? You gonna go and you're gonna risk your freedom and possibly your life to prove to the next bitch what? You know what I'm saying? And then it's sad because, Roz, you lost your child to violence, and yet you don't understand how to pull back. This would be too much for me. Little Black, exactly. 100. Only ones I'm fighting for are going to war for are my sons. These people willing to lose whatever to prove a point. Exactly. Exactly. Good night, Gilda. Exactly. Like y'all really need to pull back from this bullshit. Okay. Neither side liked each other from the beginning. Y'all didn't like each other. Y'all just did that shit to make Patrice mad. Y'all just did that shit to be petty, to rally up, and it didn't get y'all the support y'all thought it was gonna get. So now y'all want to go back to some let's be positive, let's be peaceful. It should have been that. Okay, it should have been that. And everybody need to grow up. And that's all I got to say. But yeah, so like I said, for all of the people who came in towards the end, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna leave this up for replay. I forgot to turn my monetization on. It'll be all right. I'll turn it on after the fact. See, that's how much I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole 55-minute live without my damn monetization on it, and I'm not tripping at all because guess what? It's just good content. It's good commentary for somebody to indulge in, listen to. It may change somebody's mind. It may not. You know what I'm saying? That we need more genuine people on these YouTube streets who just really want to do the content and move on. That's all. But I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy y'all weekend. And I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah. Love y'all. Have a good night.